Alrighty, everyone, welcome back. It is day 2 of mixed numbers. Currently, it's still Monday. It's actually Monday. Mr. Ross's father's not finished cooking dinner yet, so I'm actually just waiting on dinner right now. I'm absolutely starving. But anyways, here we go. Yesterday, we talked about mixed numbers. Mixed numbers are fractions, and it's just like we were saying before. Another way to express fractions, think about fractions, talk about fractions. There, you see it every day. You see it every day, especially with food. Mr. Ross loves food, so this will actually work out pretty good today. So right now, I just want to practice before we start anything, saying these mixed numbers out loud. So number 1, I have the mixed number right here, which I'll circle. And how would we say this out loud? Well, we would start with the big dog, which is the 1. So we say 1, and this fraction is a half. So we would say 1 and a half. There's multiple ways you can say this. You could say this 1 and 1/2. You can say it 1 and a half. So either way is good. I'll put both down just because why not? So 1 and 1 half. Sound good? So that fraction right there is 1 and a half, or 1 and 1/2. I'll get rid of all that there. All right. I know I'm pretty good with my iPad. I'm not bragging or anything. All right. Numero dos. Here we go. 3 and a half. Well, it just said out loud there. But start with the big number. That's a 3. And this fraction is the same thing. A half. When we see 1 over 2, that's half. So, how we would say that is 3. Sorry. Mr. Ross is thinking about food too much. 3. And that fraction right there is a half. So 3 and a half. Or like we said before, we could say it as 3 and 1/2. Either way is good with me. And remember, when we're looking at the fraction 1 over 2, 1/2, a half, think. If we're sharing something with one other person, including yourself, it's 1/2. You would get half, they would get the other half of it, because you want to cut it directly in half. So we're saying the word half a lot. That's all good. But tonight, Mr. Ross is going to eat all of his chicken, whole chicken. All right, number 3. We have this mixed number right here. So first, like we've been doing, start with the biggest number you see, which is 2. And, different fraction now. So 2, and that would be 1/4. Also, there's another way we could say this, and this is another way we've been talking about in class before everything happened here. We could also say this as what? 2 and 1/4, right? 1 out of 4. 4 quarters make $1. 2 and 1/4. So 2 and 1/4. Alrighty. So those are ours 3 right there. Now let's get into the fun stuff here. Now let's start drawing, right? Because Mr. Ross loves to draw. I'm a great artist, as you're about to see. Mr. Weatherman Cubby brought us a lot of snow today. Thank you very much, sir. I thought it was spring. I guess I was wrong. But anyways, we have 4.5 Oreos for snack. Good snack, Mr. Cubby. What would a snack look like? So let's start with the number 4. We see that number 4 right there. That means what? Cubby had 4 entire Oreos. And then he got to the next one. He's like, I can't finish this, so I'm just going to have half. So first, I'll start with drawing my 4 Oreos. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, as you can see, those are not the greatest looking Oreos ever. If you see a blue Oreo, don't eat it. Anyways, but now we have half. So let's draw half an Oreo. So all I'm going to do here is I'll draw like a semicircle, which we've definitely done in class, or like a regular D. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a half. And would you look at that? That's my mixed number there, 4 and a half. Sound good? If you want, I could color these in. I'll make them fancy. Really fancy there, but we got the idea here. That's 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/2. All right, Noreen. Apple pie for Whole Foods for Mr. Ross. Thank you so much. That was so kind of you. So let's take a look. You got me 3.5 apple pies. I guess you ate the other half. That's all right. So let's start with the big number here, 3. So let's draw 3 entire apple pies for Mr. Ross. I'll use the color yellow. So 1, 2, 3. I'll color those in briefly. And now my iPad is so cool. I get it. And a half. So same thing as we did. Let's draw half a circle or half a pie here. And this would represent 1, 2, 3, and that is a half. So 3.5 or 3.5. So far, so good. I think we're rocking and rolling. My man Mally. Oh gosh, he went to the lunch line today, and he got 2.5 turkey, lettuce, cheese, ham, bacon, cheddar heroes. Oh my gosh, Mally, you're the man. So first, I'm gonna draw like some ovals to represent his big sandwich, because Mally, you love your sandwiches, man. I hope you're eating a lot at home too. So let's start with this. This will be 1. This will be 2.5. So same thing as before. We'll say that's about half of a sandwich. Color these in. Good sandwich choice, Malachi. You the man. So we have 1, 2.5. And that would represent 2.5, right? Think he has 2.5 sandwiches. So that's 1 whole sandwich. That's 2 whole sandwiches. He got to the next one. It's like, I can't finish it, so I'll have half of it. And that's exactly what we have right here. 2.5. All right, so I'm going to pause this video here. I need a cup of water or something, and then I'll get started on the next page of notes. I hope you're liking my commentary. I get it. You're probably thinking, wow, my math teacher, Mr. Ross, is one weird dude, but that's all good. All right, I'll see you guys in a few.